Okay, guys, it's finally Aphmau theory time. I'm so excited for this. Okay, so we're gonna go over a few of my theories that I have, and we're gonna see what you guys think. So leave any of your guys' thoughts or theories down below, and let's get into the video. So, for my first thing, in one of my earlier theory shorts I did, or edits I did, I guess whatever you want to call it, kind of was more like how I hope that Jess connects alternates to Minecraft Diary, or not Minecraft Diaries Mystery. And I did go over the fact that, what did I go over? Oh, that I was hoping that Jess would go down the reincarnation, or not the descendant route, rather the reincarnation route for Aphmau. And the reason for that is because back in Minecraft Diaries, the only two known descendants of Irene and Shad were, well, Irene and then Aaron. But I guess then you also have Levin, who was a descendant of Irene, but supposedly before she was Irene. Anyway, after that, they had their child, and then Irene supposedly died. I'm not really sure if that's true. It's just kind of what I hear. And then, because, like, something else that hints at that is in, like, when the episode when Irene does die in season 6, you see, like, Aaron looking at her house, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But other than that, I doubt Aaron would fall in love again, so I guess then you just have Alina. And so that would leave it, if Aphmau were a descendant, then it would be both a descendant of Irene and Shad, which not only I feel like could make her a lot more powerful, but also a lot more vulnerable. Because now that Irene is dead or gone, I think that would give almost like Shad a chance to try to get Aphmau on his side, because she also has the power of light. Kind of like he's trying to like get the darkness to take over, like her inner anger, like kind of like the ultimate curse, if you think about it. Like that, like anger that's always hidden below to come out and completely consume her, which I think would be pretty cool. But, you'll never know. Anyway, so I really hope she goes down that route. I think the reincarnation route would be fine too, but, like, I hope she goes down descendant route. Or maybe she won't go down either route and Aphmau's just somehow connected to Irene. I don't know. Anyway, my next theory is in that poster, the new poster for part 2, which, let me just say, I'm, like, loving that Jess split it in 2 halves. Because it was mentioned in, I think it was one of Ride It Out's videos right after season 6 was announced last year. How he had talked to Jess, like, is it going to be more like, season 1, season 3, or is it going to be more like 4 and 6? And Jess is like, oh, it's going to start out like 2 and 3, or 1 and 3, and then it's going to go towards more 4 and 6. Maybe worse, So I kind of like, because then the way I think about it is like the first half is going to be happy, like it's going to remind you of 1 and 2 or 1 and 3. Why do I keep saying 2? And then, you're going to have the second half where it's going to get a little darker and it's going to be pretty bad. And I'm kind of hoping Ian doesn't come back. Like, if they're going to bring a character back, let's bring Blaze back, guys. Like, he didn't deserve to die. Like, he didn't even have that much screen time throughout the whole show. Like, bring him back. Get rid of Ian. That's fine. I feel like Ian just had more screen time. I don't know. Anyway, but that girl in the poster for part 2 is what got me. Because there were a lot of people theorizing that maybe that's Alina. But that just didn't make sense. Because, if we think about it, they don't have a lot of time left in that world, as Zach states last episode of season 6. Like, there's not a whole lot of time. So I don't think that gave him enough time, or this is enough time for Aphmau and Aaron to fall in love again, or Aaron to remember, and then get Aphmau pregnant, and then for this kid to grow up to be like, I'd say this kid, or this person had to have, at least the youngest could have been was like 12 maybe, they got, I don't know. So I don't really think it's Alina, unless they did, or Jess is doing something similar to her wish, where maybe Alina is from a different world, which I wouldn't be surprised, seeing as the events that happened in Void Paradox, which I'll get more into either closer, or in the end of this video, or in the next one. Anyway, but that girl, another theory is, well, okay, first, a similar theory I had a while ago, because is for Aphmau's secret sibling. Now, I know a lot of people thought it was Ian, but Jess cleared it up. It's not Ian, but we do know that she has a sibling, half sibling, but they've never introduced them, or they have, and we just don't know. We're just not smart. But to be honest, I for a while thought that maybe Ava from My Inner Demons was Aphmau's sibling. For reasons such as, like, she looks pretty similar to Aphmau, because, Jess is playing her, but then also because she's adopted, so. Which, to be honest, I think it would have been really cool if Jess did that, which she might still, which being that I'm so excited for season 2 of My Inner Demon. Anyway, but now my theory is that girl, I can't really say she looks similar to Aphmau, but, like, I also can't say she doesn't. And so I'm kind of wondering if possibly that could be Aphmau's sibling. And if Aphmau gets her connection from Irene, like if she is a descendant, if she gets that from Zach, that would make the story even better, because then Zach would also be a descendant of Shad and Irene, meaning Aphmau could have gotten more of like Irene's side, and then her sister, if the girl is, could have more like that darkness side, that void, because I also think that the void from Void Paradox that they might even hopefully most likely bring into My Street has more to do with Shad, because I just don't think Jess would leave Shad out of this, especially if she brought the Demon Warlock into it. Anyway, but I'm really hoping that is her sister, or that she makes Ava her sister. Like, come on, guys. Anyway, but more into my alternates theory, because I think a lot of us, like I said in that short, was like, oh yeah, like the 3 pieces of Irene's broken soul. It's Void Paradox Aphmau, Minecraft Diaries Remake Aphmau, and the My Street Aphmau. But the way I'm thinking about it now with alternates, which, like I said in that video, it probably has absolutely nothing to do with My Street, and I'm just like really hoping it does. But what I was kind of saying with that is I'm really hoping that maybe My Street Aphmau is more like the, how do I put this, like the conduit that like holds the soul back together, like the glue, I don't know. And then you have Void Paradox Aphmau, the Diaries Remake, and then you have the alternates Aphmau all put together, which honestly I think would be so cool if you had the alternates Aphmau in there, like along with a few other characters from it, maybe, like, I don't know. But I'm like kind of like, that would just be really cool, because we already have Void Paradox Aphmau in there, which she's pretty badass, and then you got Minecraft Diaries Aphmau, who's like also pretty badass and seems to be the only one that's like really discovered her power, I guess. Well, no, I guess My Street Aphmau did, but I don't know. Anyway, so I'm kind of hoping that'll happen if she doesn't connect my inner demon. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm having like really bad speech issues. Like as school year ended, I was like, I can't talk right. Anyway. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there, because I really can't think of any of my other theories, though I know I have a lot. But comment down below any of your guys' theories, and if you guys want to see another one of these videos. Bye.